Hi everyone, it's Annie Alex. Today we will be talking about what is self-worth, why is it such a common problem to have low self-worth, and how do you actually build it. So self-worth is the way that you price yourself. It is how you evaluate yourself, and it is a little bit different from what self-image is because self-image is just how you see yourself, but self-worth is how you price yourself. They're both interconnected and they both have the same relationship with confidence. If you have low self-worth, you usually let yourself be insecure without really thinking about whether what you think of yourself is true or not. Let us see why so many people actually have an issue with low self-worth. Having low self-worth usually comes from one of three main reasons or a combination of those three. And those are need of reassurance, lack of healthy experiences, and comparison and disbelief. What I mean by each one of this, I will explain now. So, need of reassurance, we are social. People and humans are social creatures. Therefore, we need to have our visions of ourselves confirmed and reconfirmed by others so that we actually get it that it is an objective image that we have of ourselves. However, a lot of us hear something once from one person and then we internalize it, we start talking to ourselves that, which directly lowers our self worth. In a similar fashion, the lack of healthy experiences affects our self worth because if we do not experience what we actually should, we take the unhealthy experience as the norm and therefore we perpetuate that norm. We actually strive to make the circumstances in a way that they mimic that unhealthy first experience because we think that that is how things should be. The same goes with self-worth. If someone tells you you are unlovable, for example, you will actually start thinking that you are if that person is close enough to you. It doesn't matter how many other people will actually repeat it afterwards until you believe it and then you look for the positive evidence, you will continue feeling that you're unlovable. The last one is comparison and disbelief. So usually people price themselves in comparison with others. There is no need for a discussion. You might, for example, follow someone on Instagram and decide that they're very fit and you'll never be that fit, and you'll never be that fit is the reason for your own low self worth because you directly price your own current state with the current state of someone else, but you fail to see their journey. You fail to see their starting point because people just do not show you where they have started. They don't show you the journey, they just show you where they are right now. And therefore, you start comparing yourself. And often you just don't believe that you can actually get there. Even if you know it's a journey, even if you know their starting point, oftentimes people just don't believe that they can do something. Because people need evidence, and that evidence comes with doing. However, people are usually lazy and they don't really like doing. So now that we know why people have self worth, I want you to actually take action. And how I want you to take action, I have actually written an exercise for you. This one is not reflective, it's actionable. It's actually actionable. I want you to go and volunteer somewhere. And the reason why I want you to volunteer somewhere is because it's much easier to get reassurance and acceptance from a space where you're volunteering. Because when you're volunteering, people are incredibly grateful for whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter how big or small. When you actually have someone thank you for your time and for whatever you're doing, you start seeing that evidence that you are actually valuable. I'm introducing this exercise just now in the last week of the course because so far you have already built up some confidence. Hopefully, you have started looking for the positive around you and for the good evidence, for the positive evidence that you are amazing. And now, this is something that will just, this exercise is just a way for you to get reassured, for you to know that other people think as well that you're awesome. Because let's face it, it feels good. and is one of the reasons why many people want to become confident, is to feel good. So go out there and volunteer, and then in the next video we will be talking about visible confidence, which is more on the side of behavior and how others associated your confidence without being cocky.